is the entrance to Tower Bridge. Now these animals here are there as a tribute to the zoo, the menagerie that used to be here. So this is the middle tower, which was built in 1280 and partly rebuilt in 1760. Never used to be able to come down here last time I came. So this is the moat of the Tower of London. You know, because there's a yeoman warder tour. So this is the White Tower, which is the keep here at the Tower of London. You can hear one of the ravens, which it is said, if they fly away, the tower will crumble. So these buildings have all been repurposed. Oh, there's a guard. Another guard. So this is where you go in to visit the Crown Jewels. It's very advisable to go in early because it gets very busy, as you can see from the cattle pen queue. So unfortunately we're not allowed to film in the Crown Jewels, but here are some monkeys just outside the Crown Jewels. Look at his beak. Tower of London raven.
I didn't know ravens could be that big.
These are the 12 men who were executed at the tower. There was a German, a Russian, 2 Dutch, a Swedish, a Uruguayan, a Brazilian, another German. He was unknown because he didn't know who he was. This guy was German or Turkish, and this guy was Peruvian. See, you would have thought they would have... Oh, and this guy over here was German as well. You would have thought most of them would have been German, but these must have been collaborators. Huh? Oh no, actually, these are from different... This is from the First World War. Idiot. These are from the First World War. These are all artifacts that you use to write secret code. So you'd use, you could write with lemon juice, and then you could write with special ink, and then use the lemon juice to react to bring it out. This is where the spies would have been shot. Here at the Tower of London. Spies shot at the tower.
Where would they be?
Over here. So this is, we're here, and the firing range was over there, in that corner there. So that's where the firing range would have been, where the spies would have been shot. And so this corner here, in the northeast corner, is the Martin Tower, which was built in 1240, and it houses the yeoman warders of the Tower. Yeah. So these are some of the these are replicas of the rifles that would have been used in the firing range. So from the Tower of London you can see the financial district of London as well, with the Gherkin and some of the other buildings that I don't know what they're called. It seems very strange to see cars in the Tower of London, but that is where the yeoman warders live. That's their houses, you know, Josh. But you can see, like, they've got little benches and little places they can go and sit outside and have a cup of tea. Royal beasts. For over 600 years, wild and exotic animals were housed here at the Tower of London. Lions were the most important royal beasts of the tower, and were kept for over 600 years. And this is the most terrible and dangerous of all the wild animals here at the tower. The wild Joshy and the wild spider monkey. So in 1255 an elephant was sent to England by the French king. As European expeditions explored more of the world, more strange animals arrived here. Vultures, panthers, leopards, tigers, raccoons, porcupines.
found an owl.
Oh, James I had the lions, bears and dogs fight each other as entertainment. Oh, James I is not very nice. Visitors were allowed very close to the animals, and sometimes with terrible consequences. They were attacked by lions, snakes, wolves, leopards and monkeys. One victim in 1686 was Mary Jenkinson, and she was stroking a lion's paw and then was surprised when it attacked her. When is this newspaper from, Joshua?
1826.
This is a copy of the Times from Friday, October 6, 1826. Is this your map?
Yeah. What's this? So I'm going to put it on here.
And that's the thing about the...
Do you remember the first version of London Bridge?
The Duke of Wellington was the constable of the Tower of London from 1826 till when he died. During the Duke of Wellington's reign as the constable of the Tower, they had 1,000 soldiers stationed here in the garrison. The building here is called the Waterloo Barracks and was built in 1848 after the big fire. This is the one that houses where the crown jewels are stored. And the foundation stone for this building was laid by the constable of the tower at the time, which was the Duke of Wellington. And there's the walkie-talkie building. So this is the financial district of London with the Gherkin building and some other buildings, and then the walkie-talkie building here. The Tower of London during the First World War. So during the First World War, the Tower of London was used as a military base to train soldiers before they were sent out to France to fight, France and Belgium. There's some officers inspecting the new recruits in 1914. (1600) city workers take their oath of allegiance. Here's some images of the soldiers practicing signals. And here they are, practicing their rifle fire before they went over to the trenches. So this is the rifle range where the executions took place, which we saw earlier. The corner here is the Devereux Tower which was built in 1240. Doesn't have any relation to Blanche Devereux from the Golden Girls.
Your friends at school, like you live at the Tower.
Yeah, you live at the Tower of London. That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? So this is this must be someone quite important, because that's quite a big apartment, that, isn't it? And we thought the menagerie here at the Tower of London had gone forever, but there is still one spider monkey in attendance. So here is a soldier outside the Waterloo Barracks here at the Tower of London. L'Amérique. This. Oh, do you know what these are? These are captured guns, aren't they? And this is what that box is going to tell me, that these are captured guns. What a doofus! So these are guns that we captured at Waterloo. So these are actually French guns. They're all 6-pounders by the looks of things. And who was the most famous French artillery person?
Napoleon?
Yes, Napoleon. It's so weird to see, like, this just looks like normal houses. So this is the old hospital block. This is a bronze 24-pounder. And it was brought to England from Malta in around 1800 and transferred from the Royal Arsenal at Woolwich to the Tower in 1962.
How many what?
I don't think it's ever been used in war. It looks very much decorative. So the gun is probably Flemish and dated from about 1607, which means the gun itself probably was used in anger at some stage. The carriage is British from 1827. Wardrobe tower. There's not much of a tower anymore, is it? Oops.
Big wardrobe.
That's the sort of wardrobe Mummy needs. So this seal, the walls here would have been whitewashed. Josh? Wouldn't have been stone like this, it would have been whitewashed, and that's why it was called the White Tower. The White Tower, circa 1080, is the spot where 2 skeletons were found, which were supposed to be the princes in the tower, which legend said Richard III killed so that he could become king. There's no evidence to back that up, though. But there's no evidence to disprove it either, I guess. Ah, look, there's the plaque telling you about it. Oh, the Leeds Royal Armoury as well. There was loads at the Hidden Valley anyway. A painting of the Tower of London in 1080. Here's some famous visitors to the tower. Samuel Pepys, who did a diary during the Great Fire of London. Jovan de Rochefort, who was a French mapmaker and travel writer. Francis, the Duke of Lorraine, who's later he was the Holy Roman Emperor. Phyllis Wheatley, who was an African American slave and poet. William Hutton, who was a famous bookseller and historian. Ibrahim Pasha, who was the Viceroy of Egypt. And Princess Eugenie, who was the Empress of the French, about 1854. Pikes. Composite armour for man and horse. So horses would have armour on their fronts and their backs to try and stop people shooting arrows into them. Because the archers would deliberately aim for the horses to bring them down. So this is some silvered and engraved armour of King Henry VIII. Now, I believe this is some more armour of King Henry VIII, and it gives you an idea of how big a man he actually was. Actually quite imposing, especially in his youth when he was lithe and athletic. So this is King Henry VIII's armour from 1540. You can see the articulations and how broad he was. A child's armour. The armour didn't help him very much, did it? William the Conqueror. This is the armour of Count Annibale Capodilista. So this is the armour of Charles II. However, this must have been a replica rather than his actual armour, because it's way too small. Because the king who brought back partying must have been taller than that, surely. Cuirassier's armour. Queen's armour. These are mini cannons. Little tiny mini cannons. It's in combat. This is a representation of a joust. And it is being looked after by a squirrel monkey. So this is a survey of the Tower of London drawn in 1597 with the moat all in place. So this, Josh, this is the Norman garderobe. And do you know what a garderobe is? It's a toilet. They used to do their number twos and it'd go down the side of the castle. Tower as an icon. Of the earliest known fireplaces in England. It's a Norman fireplace and was one of only 4 in the White Tower. What do you have to do when you're in the chapel? You have to go, oh, Chapel of St. John. Oh. Board of Ordnance. Staff weapons. Oh, that's a big lance. Look at that lance, Josh. There's quite a lot of King Henry VIII stuff here. A lance used by Henry. Elizabethan armour. This is a wooden head of Elizabeth I. Which looks different to the pictures. So these are some diplomatic gifts. So this is a samurai's armour. And because samurai swords were slashing weapons rather than pointed weapons, they could use this sort of armour to defend themselves. It's got a weird moustache, a weird toothbrush moustache. Pattern collection. Number 4 up here is a stock blank. Oh right, so this was used before. It was used as a blank to get the shape of the gun, and then it's been made in the armoury. And number 2 is a carbine, and number 1 is a pattern cavalry sword, which is the sort of sword that Sharp used. So this is called the Lumley Horseman. And it's from the 16th century. So these 2 things are from India. So that is a dagger, a katar, and a helmet, an Indian soldier's helmet. These are dated from the 18th century. The English Civil War, or the Civil War, not the English Civil War, the Civil War. We're in England, it's the Civil War. Number 15 is a gold-plated self-loading pistol. And number 13 is a gold-plated and cased submachine gun. How bizarre. Number 11 is a Hart Bussier's equipment from the 17th century, which would have probably been worn by people in the Civil War. The parliamentarians. My name is Keeper. Ordered ordnance driver's coat. So these are, what are they? Carronets, mortars. Careful, don't rub your eyes, please.
I'm trying not to.
Some mortar, and these are some bronze 12-pounder cannons from the Napoleonic Wars. These are captured guns from the Napoleonic Wars. What happened here? There seems to be an accident of some description. Wow, what is that? That is a big mortar. So this is called the bronze Namur, 18.5-inch mortar. In 1695, this was repeatedly used at the siege of Namur in Belgium, when the Grand Alliance of England, Scotland, and the Dutch Republic and the Holy Roman Empire recaptured the city from the French.
Wow.
Jeez. This lion was captured during the Napoleonic Wars as well. Quite a lot of stuff in this castle was captured during the Napoleonic Wars. A model of the Tower of London in 1842. With the moat still in place. So this is the well, it's 12 metres deep, and provided fresh water to people in around 1100, so the beginning of the 12th century. It was drained in 2005 and found cannonballs and a pair of old boots. Is the ruins to the Cold Harbour Gate, which was King Henry III's huge gatehouse, which was used to defend the inner keep. And this tower here is called the Bloody Tower. This is St Thomas's Tower, and this gate here is called Traitor's Gate. And this is where people who were being beheaded at the tower would be brought in by boat and then taken up these stairs to executioners, to where they got executed. Yeah, of course it is. It's Britain, everyone throws money in the water. Traitor's Gate is also where Lady Jane Grey came in to get her head chopped off. So it's actually called Traitor's Gate because prisoners from the Tower of London would be taken from here upriver to the Westminster courts for trial. And this is another bronze gun. It's Turkish and dated from 1530. This bronze gun is Turkish and dated from 1530. And over there is another one of the menagerie animals, an elephant. And this is the Ravens' houses. Torture at the tower. Oh my god.
I think
So this is a replica of the Scavenger's Daughter. Oh my god, used to put them inside that and like tie them down so they couldn't move. Look at that, Josh. Next time you don't tidy your bedroom, that's what will happen to you.
No.
Yeah. And this is the rack. So you'd be tied to this, and then the ropes would be pulled using those pulleys in the middle, and it'd stretch your arms and your legs until you told the truth. Manacles where you got hung from the ceiling. And here is the new guard who is not allowed to laugh or smile, and he's failed already. Here is King Charles, his new guard, who is not allowed to laugh or smile or do anything that would make him move at all. He's already wobbling his shoulders. Oh my god, the wasp, a wasp, it's 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 a wasp.
You have been watching Munchy Road Hippopotamus. Follow us on Twitter at Munchy Road and on Instagram at Munchy Road Hippopotamus. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and tell us about any adventures that you have.